We're just asking that they be made optional so that families can make the best choice.
Tonight, the mask debate picks up steam as schools decide whether to require them as cases of COVID rise. And in Washington, months of debate led lawmakers closer to an infrastructure deal. But first, the storms are settling down as we head into the night, but they left some without power.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. Mother Nature took us on a roller coaster ride today, starting with some thunderstorms in the morning and followed by more storms and even a tornado warning for some folks. And while tonight's storms have tapered off, they still left many across parts of Minnesota without power. As of about 9:30 tonight, Lake Country Power is reporting more than 900 members are without power. Cass County is seeing the biggest impact with more than 700 customers in the dark. That's followed by about 200 St. Louis County customers and about 40 customers between Aiken and Itasca counties. And Dave joins us now. Dave, you've been watching these systems all day long, and they seem to have tapered off.
Oh yeah, they have tapered off. They're pushing out of our region, and the worst is over for our area. And in fact, since we last spoke, the worst action was in southern Pine County and Burnett County, where there was a tornado warning going on for a while, where spotters on the ground saw a rotating wall cloud hanging beneath a supercell cumulonimbus cloud, and radar indicated rotation in that cloud as well. A good chunk of the area saw some thunderstorm warnings pop up too, from especially Itasca County into Cass County and then through Washburn, Burnett, and Sawyer counties as well. But now that's all passed out of our area, leaving in place an air quality warning for Minnesota that could go till Friday at 3 p.m. So now that the lows are going away, that Canadian wildlands fire smoke will be infiltrating the region once again. So folks, do watch out for that. Taking a look at the latest Doppler and tracking the line of storms, it has worked its way down now towards Eau Claire and out of our region, and only a few showers redeveloping in northern Minnesota in the wake of the departing low. So I do think things are easing up. We'll call it still a 30% storm chance till 11 p.m. or midnight, but otherwise higher pressure is taking over to make it mostly sunny and warm again for Thursday. Already, though, there looks to be another chance for rain come Friday night. Will that be a big one like this one, or just a couple of sprinkles? I'll give you the latest on that coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Put the masks back on, even if you're vaccinated. That's the new message from the CDC if you live in counties where COVID transmission is considered high. In northern Minnesota, Lake County is currently the only county with high transmission, reporting 10 new cases in the last 2 weeks. Compare that to St. Louis, where transmission rates are considered low at moderate, but where there have been 62 new cases in the past week alone. CBS3's Natalie Grant spoke to health leaders in both counties who shared the reason behind the recommendation.
Masks could be back in some Northland counties after the CDC's latest guidance. Lake County is the only one in the region considered to have high COVID transmission after cases doubled in the last 2 weeks. But experts say it's important to put the wording and stats into perspective.
And it's certainly concerning, but it's important to know that it's based on a relatively low number of tests performed.
Dr. Andrew Thompson, who is an infectious disease expert at St. Luke's, says unless more people get tested, it's hard to know exactly how much COVID has spread.
There could be a lot of disease that is going undetected, or it's reflecting what's actually there. So really, more testing would be helpful to know who might be infected.
Meanwhile, in a larger populated area like St. Louis County, they are not seeing as high of a transmission rate, something Amy Westbrook, Director of Public Health, credits to a higher vaccination rate.
Our vaccination rate is about 66% of our 16 plus population. And we can get it higher than that. We should strive to get it higher than that.
In the end, both experts say the way to stay mask-free is to get vaccinated if you can and follow the guidance.
We will see what happens. I really hope that people follow the guidance. I hope that when people are in more crowded public indoor areas, that they mask. It's really a small thing to do to help protect your community.
Lake County's vaccination rate is at about 59%. Now, there have been no official mandates from Lake County regarding masks. Today, Minnesota leaders asked the state's public schools to follow CDC guidance this fall. That includes having students social distance and wear masks in school, whether they're vaccinated or not. Everyone 12 and older is encouraged to get vaccinated before the first day of class and before starting sports. State leaders say the goal is to prevent students from having to go back to distance learning.
Not only will they be making a decision about masks or not masks, they will also be making the decisions about what that means for students who do, or families who do not want to wear a mask if they have a masking policy.
Students should stay home if they're feeling sick, but if you are vaccinated, you don't have to stay home if you come in contact with someone who tests positive for COVID, as long as you don't have symptoms or test positive yourself. But ultimately, the decision to require masks or not will be up to each individual school district. As CBS 3's Emma Quinn reports, some parents in Wisconsin are pushing back against those new CDC recommendations.
Both in Wisconsin and nationally, we have seen the first increase in weekly case numbers that we had since April.
CDC is urging mask wearing indoors as the best way to prevent COVID-19 transmission. With school starting soon, some parents in Superior are hoping a new petition will put that decision in their hands. Brooke Taylor started the petition. She's a mom of 6.
We just wanted to get the word out there and to also get a feel for who feels comfortable and who is on board with making masks optional this school year for all students regardless of vaccination status.
She says the petition isn't to ban masks altogether, but to let parents decide. That's despite studies showing masks are the best way to prevent the spread, especially amongst the unvaccinated. Most students are too young to get the shot.
There's pros and cons to both. I feel, again, that we aren't banning masks. We're just asking that they be made optional so that families can make the best choice.
The petition has more than 650 signatures, and while some are on board, others like U.S. Congresswoman Tammy Baldwin says it's time for Wisconsinites to follow the science.
Because we're seeing the beginning of another surge that could be prevented.
The Superior School District turned us down for an interview today. They did say they haven't made any final decisions about requiring masks this school year. They are weighing their options and will make a plan at their school board meeting August 16th. Moving to politics, we're taking a live look at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. tonight, where today 17 Senate Republicans joined Democrats to advance a $1 trillion infrastructure bill. The bill covers a wide range of physical projects from the nation's bridges to transit and broadband. In a vote of 67 to 32, a group of lawmakers negotiating the legislation were able to find common ground on the outstanding issues of the infrastructure bill. President Biden said tonight's vote was a step in the right direction, but there is still plenty to do.
And I'm working with Democrats and Republicans to get this done because while there's a lot we don't agree on, I believe that we should be able to work together on the few things we do agree on.
The timing of a final vote on the physical infrastructure bill is still unknown. The process could drag out for days or longer, with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer already putting lawmakers on notice that the August recess could be delayed. The suspect in a shooting that killed a Red Lake tribal officer has been arrested and charged with murder. 28-year-old David Brian Donnell Jr. of Red Lake is being held in the Beltrami County Jail. According to court documents, officers with the Red Lake Tribal Police Department were conducting a welfare check at Donnell's home. His girlfriend reported he was suicidal. 5 officers arrived to find him outside on the porch. They asked him to walk toward them, but instead he went inside the house. Because Donnell had an active tribal warrant and refused to comply, the officers breached the door. When they entered, they say Donnell shot at them. Officer Ryan Bielke was hit and died on the scene. Officers later arrested Donnell at a nearby residence. The FBI was a part of the investigation. Donnell is being prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Well, Duluth police have arrested a man accused of robbing a gas station with a knife. It happened back on July 14th at the Lincoln Park Quick Trip. The 25-year-old suspect is now in jail, expected to be charged with first-degree armed robbery. No one was hurt. 5 years after his death, a Wisconsin judge says a police officer can be charged for killing a black man. The judge ruled there is probable cause to charge Joseph Mensah with homicide in the shooting death of Jay Anderson Jr. It happened during a traffic stop in Wauwatosa in 2016. Prosecutors cleared Mensah of wrongdoing at that time. Anderson's family asked the judge to review the case through the state's John Doe process. It allows a judge to question witnesses directly and decide whether charges should be filed. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, as the severe weather settles down in our region, you may find yourself without power. What experts say you shouldn't do. Next.
Today's high temp in Duluth did make 80 degrees, just a hair warmer than normal of 78. We're going back towards 80 again tomorrow, but instead of storm clouds, we'll have sunshine come around. And I'll talk about how long that'll last and when our next rain chance comes to town, coming up after our break.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell, weeknights on CBS.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC. Step up to GMC and get $3,000 purchase cash on 2021 Sierra light duty crew cab models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance.
Visit your Lake Country GMC dealer.
Hi, folks. Joe Namath here with a new message about your Medicare benefits. You may be entitled to transportation, meals, and expanded coverage for dental work that includes extractions, fillings, and dentures, all at no additional cost. Plus, depending on your zip code, you may be entitled to the Medicare benefit that adds money to your Social Security check every single month. Call and get everything you deserve. Call now. It's free.
I'm on a fixed income, so I called to get money added to my Social Security check. They helped me so much.
I called to save money on copays, get prescriptions, transportation, and my dental work covered. I couldn't believe I was spending money I don't have to spend.
Millions of people have trusted the Medicare Coverage Helpline, and you can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-916-5591. That's 1-800-916-5591 now.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS 3.
The Royal Enfield Bullet was designed in 1955 and not updated until 2008. It takes an experienced hand to keep one running. I've ridden in the rain and the snow, but prefer not to. That's why motorcycles and meteorology go together so well. It also takes an experienced hand to make an accurate riding forecast. As our region's longest-serving meteorologist, I think I have the touch needed to get it right.
Watch Dave Anderson weeknights at 5, 6, and 10. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, things have passed by our area, though it did get a little bit hairy early on, of course. Numerous storm warnings did pop up, especially towards Itasca County. And, of course, down around Burnett County, we had that brief tornado warning to worry about. And a storm watch that stayed in effect for Burnett County and Sawyer County and Washburn County, along with east central Minnesota. It was threatening to stay in effect until 2 a.m., but National Weather Service has dropped it for our viewing area. And so we're off the hook for storms here tonight. Still a 30% chance for maybe some showers till about midnight or so. But what we need to concentrate now with our weather alerts is looking at the air quality alert back in effect for much of Minnesota here through Friday. Now that the cold front has come through and stirred up our atmosphere, that's created a path for Canadian wildfire smoke to come back again for a couple of days. So folks with breathing troubles, I'm pulling for you. Hopefully we get through this all right. Let's move on now to the current conditions and see what's happening at Duluth International. Current temp 69 degrees. So the low pressure system and its cold front did its trick. shoved the warm air aloft, converted it into rain and cloud, and now temperatures at the surface are a little bit cooler. Current relative humidity still up there a bit at 84%, but maybe not quite high enough for a fog problem tomorrow morning, so that should be good for commuters. Northeast wind is coming around 3 miles per hour in the wake of that cold front, and the air pressure still a little low at 29.86 inches of mercury, but barometer readings should go up tomorrow as higher pressure takes over to bring back sunshine perhaps for a day and a half. Current temperatures, well, upper 60s from Waters Meet to Ironwood, and in northern Wisconsin, 66 in Superior, gives way to 71 down towards Hayward with LaPointe, Ashland in between there. 66 to 68 east central Minnesota as well, and a similar range of temperatures as on the North Shore. Hey, and the Iron Ranges too, both the Vermilion and the Mesabi. Though if you take a look over towards the Cuyuna, 79 degrees in Brainerd, so a bit warm on the fringes of our area. Still 77 International Falls, so still a big wide range of temperatures just like we had earlier in the day, which did help drive the showers and storms, which now you can see on our latest Doppler map have come from the northwest and gone to the southeast just like Monday night, but have now passed out of our area. And again, the chance for redevelopment here, we're going to put it at 30%. And by 11 o'clock in Minnesota, midnight, Wisconsin, Michigan, it should go away and we can clear up. And hopefully there aren't too many folks with damage that have to clean up tomorrow. Hopefully this storm system wasn't as bad as the one on Monday night. And here's at least a hint of what it left in its wake as far as rain goes. And take this map with a grain of salt, because again, if the storm cloud wasn't right over one of those automated weather system reporting stations at an airport, well, you didn't get that much. For Ely, for example, by Garden Lake around town, an inch. At the airport south of town, only a tenth. So keeping that in mind, we got 2/10 towards Two Harbors, maybe a tenth around Solon Springs and for Hayward, a third of an inch in Ironwood. Odds are, as data fills in for tomorrow, the number should go up. And of course, we've needed this rain, and so we're glad to have received it, because now with high pressure taking over for Thursday and most of Friday, we go back towards the sunny side of life. This low, though, could be with us come Friday night, but it's only a 30% chance for probably showers, isolated storms. I checked the models. The dew points may not be fat and sassy enough to support another round of powerful storms, and that's a good thing. What, 3 is enough? Okay, forecast tonight in Minnesota. We're going to say 30% chance or a little more precip, and 30% in Wisconsin and Michigan as well, with low temps down around 60 for most towns. Tomorrow, sunshine, Wisconsin, Michigan, highs 75 to 82. Minnesota highs very similar, 76 to 82. With sunshine, and that high brings sunshine through a portion of Friday, like I mentioned. Friday night into Saturday morning, there's that 30% shower chance, followed by the return of high air pressure to mean mostly sunny skies come back to call, and high temps will run 75 to 82. Very summery on one hand, but not oppressive on the other.
Nice balance. Thanks, Dave. A lot of people have spent time without power this week in the Northland, and some are still in the dark. Well, today we heard from local experts about how to be prepared for an outage. First, make sure to have backup lighting and batteries. Keep refrigerators and freezers closed to preserve food. Never use a generator or a portable heat source inside a home, as they can produce deadly carbon monoxide.
Never use a generator or a portable heat source inside a home. They're producing carbon monoxide, and that can be deadly.
You can report outages on Minnesota Power, Lake Country, and XL Energy's websites. Each of them have pages showing current outage information. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a gallery that makes you smile and makes your furry friend wag its tail. We'll take you there next.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Holden Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
The Olympic Games are on, and so is Toyota's national sales event. Now's the time to get a great deal on the 2021s while they last, like Camry, Highlander, RAV4, and more. Ooh, she sticks the landing.
Right now, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Prime Appliances' sizzling hot summer sale continues on all in-stock appliances through July 31st. Get this stainless steel Whirlpool 25 cubic foot side-by-side refrigerator in stock now only $12.96. Or this Hotpoint 16 cubic foot refrigerator in white for just $6.88. Buy this large GE 16 cubic foot chest freezer for just $7.79. Financing always available. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance is the best place to buy your appliances.
We have a structure fire with injuries on Highway 13.
Did you know your friends and neighbors volunteer to provide emergency services? They are serving many communities and need your help. Challenge yourself. Be part of the team. Be somebody.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show! This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
Well, we 6 feet apart?
Let's just check it out.
Watch the Kelly Clarkson Show.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Fire threatens everything in its path. When it threatens our communities, we respond. We bring the fight to the front line. The Army National Guard stands ready because sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. We will always be there when our community needs us the most. Find out more about serving your community part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
What does local mean to you?
To me, local means getting your news from people who you trust. I'm Kristen Baki, Chisholm native, UWS grad, and Twin Ports proud.
Local news for local people on Live Local CBS3.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
An art gallery in Hong Kong is catering to our four-legged friends. It's fair to say this place has gone to the dogs, with art hung high for us and down low for your four-legged pal. And not too many places in Hong Kong allow dogs and humans to be in the same public space. But this is not just a place to look at amazing art. The gallery offers a paws-on experience as well. And who could blame an adorable lab for being more interested in the food bowl ball pit than anything else? Man's best friend is known for being loving and loyal, and after a trip to this gallery, Fido will also be cultured. Just the whole thing.
I don't know about your dog, but yeah, my dog would just fit in so well at an art museum. That's
Wally. I'm sure it's dog proof. Wally's a lab, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He'd be knocking over all the art.
He'd love the ball pit, though.
Yeah, it would be in shreds by the time the day.
And I can actually see Louis at an art gallery, like sitting and just.
Louis pretentious. He would absolutely offer his thoughts on all of the artwork.
He'd bark at the stuff he didn't like. It's normal.
Okay. Then coming up next to sports, we got more from Vikings training camp. The Twins scored how many runs in how many innings? And Aaron Rodgers spills all the tea on the first day of Packers camp.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of? With classic creamy Reese's peanut butter cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces. Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve. For a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
There's a safe way to protect kids 12 and up from COVID-19.
So why did we get her a COVID-19 vaccine?
So I could see my friends again.
For our family trip.
To keep them safe.
Help your kids be kids again. Safely. Visit vaccines.gov to find a COVID-19 vaccine near you or call 211 to learn more.
My name is Dan Metcalf. I'm a general surgeon and a colorectal surgeon at Memorial Medical Center. I bring a new set of skills to Ashland, and some of what Ashland would allow me is a culture that is very patient-centered. That's a really important part of surgery or medicine in general, is really getting to know the people that you're taking care of. I get the joy of seeing patients every day and taking care of people every day and learning about their lives as well as fixing them.
Every second of every day, it happens. Something big, something worth talking about. News happens, and you can't wait for it. You need to be constantly digging, asking, hunting, wanting more. More truth, more real answers. More who, what, where, when, and why. And it's about you. It's about now. It's about wherever, whenever. At Live Local CBS3, it's about the news. Your neighborhood news.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke. Tuesdays at 10 only on Live Local CBS3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
School visits are an important part of kind of being part of the community outside of the TV station here. When I was in 6th grade, that's when I learned meteorology was it for me. Being on the other side of that now, for me being able to kind of pursue that, it's important for me to then be able to get back into the community. If I can go into a classroom and get just one person who was interested, or just one person who, you know, leaves there knowing like, wow, I learned something new today. For me, I did my job, and that means a lot to me.
Watch meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt weekdays at 5 a.m.
Down in Eagan, the excitement of training camp is finally here. Day one of practice for the Minnesota Vikings this year with fans at TCO Performance Facility. CBS3's Alexis Bass brings us more.
It was back to business for Duluth native C.J. Ham, a fullback for Minnesota Vikings, who's also joined in his 5th year with Dalvin Cook. Cook talked with media today and discussed the importance of mental health following Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles' decision to opt out of the team final and individual final. Along the rest of Simone's supporters, he says mental health is something he takes very seriously, as the game of football is a mental sport. Cook added that he supports her decision, and it is imperative that the rest of the world does too.
It'd be a sense of disappointment and not letting people down. I think, you know, mental health is like one of the things that go unnoticed for a lot of athletes, for a majority of the athletes. And, you know, for her to do that, you know, I think it was great for her to take a step back and just, you know, focus on herself for once. And I think it goes unnoticed because, you know, we try to please a lot of people. You know, we gotta go out here on Sundays. We gotta work hard, take care of our body, you know, do a lot of things, and that can kind of go unnoticed. And, you know, if you're not healthy in the mind, you know, your body's not gonna, you know, compete at a high level.
A message like this is worthy of gold itself. On the other hand, the energy in Eagan is eager to get back to have and create gold medal moments of their own for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Alexis Bass reporting in Eagan, Minnesota for CBS3 Sports.
Thanks, Alexis. Meanwhile, over in Green Bay, the first day of practice for Aaron Rodgers had him stepping up to the podium, holding nothing back about his frustrations over the past few months, which explains his absence from all team activities. He started by explaining his discontent with how a dozen former teammates were treated on the way out of the organization in the past few years, and wants to play a bigger role in decision-making with the team he's been with for over a decade.
And I think we can all understand, you know, Green Bay isn't you know, a huge vacation destination. People are coming here to play with me, to play with our team, and knowing that they can win a championship here. And the fact that I haven't been used in those discussions was one I wanted to change moving forward. And I felt like based on my years, the way I can still play, that should be a natural part of the conversation. As that progressed from that point, nothing really changed on that front.
The quarterback chose his words carefully, telling reporters he loves everyone, his teammates, coaches, the city, Packer fans, but avoided directly mentioning the organization. Well, an absolute bonkers day for the Twins and the Detroit Tigers. This one was hard to try to explain in 30 to 40 seconds, but I'll do my best. We'll start here in the fourth at Target Field, down 10 already. The Twins, that is. Miguel Sano hits a fly ball deep to center, good for a home run. Okay, now it's just a 9-run game, but they weren't done. 4 batters later, Ryan Jeffers crushes one, a grand slam to cut the Tigers' lead in half, his first career grand slam. We go to the 8th, 4 homers and 6 runs in 1 inning for just the Twins, and they came as close as 1 run. But the Tigers take the high-scoring affair. Meanwhile, the Brewers, facing the Pittsburgh Pirates, they go on to win 7-3. Another former Bulldog has re-signed with his pro team. Hunter Shepard, the Cohasset native turned 2-time national champion at UMD, has signed a 1-year deal with the Washington Capitals worth $750,000. Shep played in 3 games in the AHL last season and 21 additional games in the ECHL in South Carolina. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing for 72 months and get $2,000 cash allowance.
Uh-oh, that food container won't contain your food, so you mess with cling wraps and foil, hoping food won't spoil. Well, not anymore. Now there's Stretch and Fresh containers, the amazing food storage containers with stretch and fit lids that let you store more. Even the odd-shaped foods you couldn't put in containers before. Just stretch over the food and snap lock the lid to keep food fresh. There's even a freshness date dial to track storage time. It comes in the sizes you need to store all the foods you want with amazing storage capacity. It's freezer and microwave safe, and the containers nest for compact, stacked, space-saving storage. And right now, the 6-piece set is yours for just $19.95, and the shipping is free. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer and send a second set. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-378-1232 or go to trystretchandfresh.com. That's 1-800-378-1232 or order online at trystretchandfresh.com.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad? Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Always ready, always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Well, Dave, it's been a pretty busy day as far as weather goes, but it sounds like you can breathe a sigh of relief now.
Yeah, I do think the worst of it is over. There may be a few more dribbles of rain here till about 11 o'clock or even midnight, but the big storms are gone. Tornado warnings are gone. Even the storm watch has faded away for our area. So what's to follow? Well, let's talk about higher pressure coming to call for Thursday. Brings back a mostly sunny sky and summery-style temperatures up around 80 degrees, which is a lot more fun than 90 for many of us. So the best of summer perhaps to still come. Come Friday night, there is another chance of rain, but it's a 30% chance for just showers. At least that's what the latest model data indicates. Then after that, we dry up again from a persistent ridge of high pressure. And for the week ahead, looks like high temps will run about 75 to 82 Overnight low temps go 53 to 60, so not a bad period at all, and the rain we received this past week has sure come in handy.
It sure has. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.